Kamara, the Muslim poet. I have a special guest on the show today. I have Tariq Zampaladus from the Equestrian Academy. Tariq, welcome to the show.
Assalamu alaikum. Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, it's a pleasure and honor having you on the show today. And I just want to say to you, Ramadan Mubarak. May Allah bless your Ramadan. May He forgive you your shortcomings and increase you in Iman and your friends and your family. And I hope you have a beautiful and blessed Ramadan, inshallah.
Inshallah. Inshallah.
Okay, so Brother Tariq, tell us about the equestrian. I always have trouble saying that word. The Equestrian Academy. Tell us about it. I know that you are the founder of the academy. So tell us about that. Let's start off with that.
Yeah. Okay. So Urban Equestrian. I love how you say equestrian. Makes me laugh. Urban Equestrian is basically a groundbreaking vision that I had from a long time. It's a vision that I had from 2015,
right,
where basically I've been into horses for a long time. I've been into horses from when I was 14 years old. I'm 42 now. Yeah. And I had the opportunity to get involved with horses back in the Caribbean because my parents decided to leave England when I was 14.
Yeah.
Took us back to the Caribbean and
Antigua.
Antigua, that's right. My uncle had race horses. So I was lucky to get into horses. Now, I came back to England to kind of study horses further with the intention to go back to the Caribbean to, Assalamu alaikum. Oh gosh, we've got horses coming down the lane right now. With the intention to go back to Antigua to basically just to do even better than we was doing at the time. But when I came back to England, I realized that this white privilege thing is dominant here in the UK. You know what I mean? There's no black people in the equestrian world here in the UK. So that really annoyed me because I had to put up with a lot of rubbish, you know, institutionalized racism, stereotype, white privilege, all them kind of things there. And you know, and I weren't having it. So I set up Urban Equestrian with a view to change all of that, to give people, non-white people, the opportunity to get involved with horses, to work with horses. You know what I mean? That's where it kind of sprung from, and
mashallah,
it's kind of grown since then. Here you got some horses here. These are our business partners. This is Isaac Hall. He's number 28 in England in show jumping.
Wow.
And he's one of our business partners. He has a equestrian center just up the road.
Fantastic.
He's just packing out at the minute with 2 of his horses.
MashaAllah.
Yeah, man. You're live, yeah? Yeah, man. Yeah, so they're our business partners, yeah? And again, you know, we created Urban Equestrian to basically connect the inner city communities to the equestrian world. Yeah, that's our mission statement: connecting the inner city communities to the equestrian world. Yeah, and that's it.
Because I know that for yourself, it was about you know, learn for the children and for the kids to learn like social skills as well at the same time, and learn about taking care of horses, because what they would get out of that would enable them to open them up into other areas of life. Yeah,
100%. Again, you know, I connect how good it is to engage with these animals with my own life experiences. Yeah. Because again, you know, moving to the Caribbean to work with horses, that was a great opportunity, but there's 2 sides to that story. You
didn't want to go. I was reading your story, and you was like, I don't want to go to the Caribbean. I've got my whole world here. I'm going to be leaving my whole world behind. My whole world's here in England. Do you know what I'm saying? You know, mashallah, you went. I think it's probably written for you. And I was reading somewhere that you said that change is very important. And sometimes these young people, when you're stuck in a bubble, you will be scared of change because you'll be like, my friend's down there, my brethren's down there, my girl's over there, you know, all this type of thing. But when you come out of your comfort zone, you start to realize there's so many opportunities.
Yeah, the world is a big, big place. You know, the world is a big, big place. You know what I mean? And you're right. You know, the therapy that I received through horses, you know, literally changed my life because, you know, again, you know, it's difficult to explain, but I was literally a gangster kid in the Caribbean that worked with horses. You understand me? Yeah. That was my life. My uncle was the biggest on the whole island, and he had horses. He had a race yard as like one of his toys. You know what I mean? Outside of the horses, we used to run the family business. You understand me? Yeah. So to escape that reality, the horses was my therapy. So understanding that and applying it to the UK, when I come back to England and I hear all of the stuff about the gun crime and the knife crime and stuff like that, I thought it would be a good idea to try and rope in some of them same kids into the world of horses, because I know how it helped me and it gave me this fantastic opportunity that I have right now. You know, and it was available to them. But because it's such a closed shop over here in the UK, that would never have been possible without me creating something like this to allow them to engage, because it's no good just having the horses. You have to also, give me one sec, yeah? Hey? Okay, no problem, cool, all right. You have to also understand that you can't put ghetto youths, for example, in front of horses and expect them to do well. You understand me? They're going to need someone who can connect with them to introduce them to horses. You understand me?
Yeah.
So someone like myself who's lived the life that most of these young people today have lived in the inner cities, is the person that can kind of relate to them and then introduce them to the horses and help change them from that perspective, from that way, you know?
Yeah. Amazing, absolutely amazing. So, on average, how many? I know. How many kids do you normally have on average, like a day or
a week? Okay, so a week.
On a week, how many kids do you normally have on average a week in the stables?
Yeah, so before all of this Corona business, we had approximately 100 kids every single week. 100 kids every single week. You know, that come to our program, engaging with our programs. We've only had our own independent base.
Come to the link.
We seem to be experiencing a few technical difficulties. Please stay tuned to 87.9 FM, Ramadan Radio, while we try to get back Tariq onto the line.
Your apologies for that, guys. I'm not sure what happened to my phone. So I've had to switch phones now, yeah?
It's all right. Always have technical difficulties somewhere along the line. Continue, Tariq.
Yeah. So where was that? I was talking about the amount of kids that come to the stables.
You said about 100 a week before the coronavirus. You said you normally had about 100 a week coming in.
Yes, that's right. So we had about 100 kids every week that come to the horse stables and engage with the horses and learn life skills, engage in different programs, learn about themselves, and not only that, learn to interact with themselves, with each other. These are from all different backgrounds, different areas. You know, this postcode is a big thing. Different cultures, different creeds. We have. We got Muslim kids, we got Sikh kids, Hindu kids, Rastafarian kids. non-religious, you got white kids, you got all
basically
kinds.
everybody.
Yeah, and that's
so what I was going to say to you is, have you seen the rehabilitation on some of the kids that have actually, been at the academy and have come and have left, and the benefits of what it's actually done to them?
Massively. But you see how good our thing is that there's not many kids that leave the academy. Once they join the academy, they don't really leave, to tell you the truth, because the way our programs are structured, we have, for example, four clubs. Yeah, we have a club for toddlers, we have a club for juniors, we have a teenagers, and then we have an adult club also. Yeah. Right. So when you're a toddler, that's for 3 to 5 year olds. When that toddler's on the verge of turning 6, they just transition to the junior club. Right. And then the juniors, when they're on the verge of turning 13, they make the transition to the teenage club. So it's like a family thing,
Amazing.
The big family. But I'll give you one example. We got a young man who's autistic, on the autism. Yeah.
MashaAllah, yeah.
Isa Khan, and he's how old is he? He's 13, and he's our best under 15-year-old rider. Yeah.
No way.
Oh yeah. Our best 15-year-old rider. And before he joined, I remember when his mum gave me a call, and his mum was literally saying how she's tried everything with him. She's tried swimming, martial arts, even chess, and none of this worked. So she was asking how she heard how horses were really good, for working with kids with special needs and stuff. And I said, absolutely. Yeah. And by all means, it might work, it might not work, but she should definitely try. So she got him involved, and he's been with us since the beginning. He's been with us for 4 years. Right, and right. I say within 4 years, this young man has probably missed maybe 10 sessions in 4 years. He's always here, and he's just an incredible young person. You see him ride, you see the change in him from when he's on the ground, talking and articulating himself, to when he's actually on the horse and focused on his riding session or his galloping session. Because this young 13-year-old can gallop a horse full speed. Right. Yeah, we've trained him to gallop full speed, and inshallah, he will be racing in the national pony races at Cheltenham this September, inshallah. It should have been 2019. No, it should have been last year. It should have been last year, but the coronavirus thing wiped it out. So inshallah, he'll be racing, inshallah.
And how has the horse riding benefited this young man that has autism? What has it done for him, basically?
It's done wonders for him, because again, his mum's. I remember his mum saying to me how she came from parents' evening, and this is just when he joined, and teachers was saying, "Oh wow, Issa's so much more well behaved, and his focus and his attention and discipline has all improved. Have you increased his medication?" That's what the teachers asked the parents. Yeah. And the parents, no, I stopped his medication. It's the horses.
Wow, mashallah.
Urban Equestrian. As a result, she reduced his medication, and again, all his educational side of stuff has improved massively.
Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah, that's amazing. So, do you get a lot of autistic kids that actually come there, or is it just that one? Are you starting to bring in more autistic kids that come in?
We have loads of kids with all kinds of different behavioural patterns. That's what I like to call them. Yeah. Whether it's autism or just Asperger's syndrome, or just general, emotional behavioural issues as a result of backgrounds that they come from.
Try not to move the phone around because it's bringing a lot of interference. Also, I know that you do a lot of work in Qatar with some of the horses. I know that you've worked with His Royal Highness Sheikh Al Thani, the former Emir of Qatar. Tell us about that. Is it the Qura stables in Qatar, in Doha?
Yeah, Quran Farm. So you want to accept me on this other phone, yeah?
Sorry?
Accept me on this other phone. Am I connected?
Yeah, but there's a bit of interference coming through.
Hold on. So if you check, the meeting host needs to let me in on this other phone, yeah? I'm going to come off of this one and come back on the other one. All right. So the meeting host needs to let me in.
Sorry?
Yeah. Brilliant. Okay, I'm signing up for this one, yeah? This one's long. Okay. One sec. Okay, apologies. So you can see me now, yeah? Yeah. All right, there we go. This shouldn't cut out again now. All right, you can hear me better, right?
Yeah.
Okay, apologies. Yeah. So you talk about the Sheikh Abdullah. Yeah, how that happened is basically I was at college. I was at college studying horses.
That's better because of the sunlight. Yeah, you was at college studying horses. Yeah. Was it a melt?
Yeah,
melt?
Yeah. No, I was at college. Yes, I was at college studying horses, and what happened was I had to go on work experience. Yeah.
Yeah.
So most of the local children, or all of the local children,
They was all white, right?
Yeah, all white, 100%.
I heard that you was like the only child studying at the college, about 900 kids.
Yeah, man. You
was the only black child there, from what I was reading. But I would say props to you because that shows great determination and courage. To stay in the environment, because a lot of people would have been like, "No, man, I don't see anybody that identifies with me here."
100%, yeah. 100%.
They'd have been like, no, there's no one here that identifies with me. I'm out of here. I'm like,
Yeah.
You have great resilience from what I can see, and determination.
Yeah, and add to that, what I easily could have done, I easily could have just sold out on my roots and whatnot, and just went into the world of horses as some sellout black guy. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah? Some coconut black guy, yeah? And just forget about all of this and just be making money with all these posh white people.
Yeah. But that's not where you come from, is it?
No, and that's the reason why I managed to get through college. You understand? Because
easy with the connotations. Easy with the connotations.
Okay, I get
live radio, so you have to be
but
easy with the connotations.
Real though. It's the reality though.
Yeah. What you're saying is you could have gone into the corporate side of the world of racing and forgot about your roots and actually where you come from. Yeah.
I could have just decided to just chill with the privileged. You understand me? Yeah. I could have chose to do that, but I refused to do that because, again, I lived in England. I live in an area called Highfields. Highfields is equivalent, particularly back then, is equivalent to the Brixton of London. You understand me? Yeah. So I come from Highfields. So all of my friends, is all gangbangers or former drug dealers, or there's no role models. You understand me?
Yeah.
So my whole thing was that I want to help my people. Them. I don't want to. I'm not here because I found this passion for horses and I can quickly escape and go and live my life. It's not about that. Not only that, horses is sunnah.
Yeah.
You understand? You know what I mean? Being a Muslim, I understood horses is sunnah. So why is it here in the UK that as Muslims we're not engaging with sunnah?
Yeah. Prophet Sallam said, I know. Horses are actually amazing animals, man. I mean, one of my daughters really loves horses. It's her passion. Like, everything about horses. I don't know half of the stuff. Like what is things like a gallop. I know. Is it trotting?
Yeah.
What's the
So
other one?
there's four different speeds. There's walk, you just walk in, yeah.
Mhm.
Trotting is more jogging, yeah. And then canter is like a slow running.
Yeah.
And then gallop is your Hussein Bolt full speed blowing.
Yeah, my brother Abdullah educated me today on bits and pieces of horsing. He was like, "This is one," and this is. I was like, "Yo, you know what it is."
Oh, okay, yeah.
I was going to say to you, Tariq, are you aware of the abuse that takes place in horse racing? Because a few weeks ago there was a picture of a guy that was actually from
sitting on the dead horse.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not really into horsing, but I was very upset when I saw it, and I'm not somebody that's close to horses or that's involved within horse racing. And I thought to myself, look at this guy sitting on this horse that has been created for you to use for the purpose of sport or whatever you want.
Yeah.
You're sitting on it after it's dead. Don't you have any compassion?
Yeah, and you know, it's not even just horse racing, brother. It's again, we're a different culture of people, yeah, different culture of people. So we have compassion for animals. You understand me, right? The culture over here in the UK looks at horses from a sporting perspective, whether it's racing, dressage, show jumping. They look at it from a sporting perspective. They don't look at it as an animal that has any kind of value. They look at themselves as coming first, second, or third. You understand me? Yeah. So the other reason why Urban Equestrian works is because horses genuinely saved my life out in the Caribbean. You understand me?
Yeah.
It gave me a skill set that is unique to me. You understand me?
Yeah.
Right. And I knew I was special in terms of working with horses from when my uncle in the Caribbean gave me one particular horse that they couldn't deal with because it was absolutely wild. It was crazy. Yeah. A young horse. And they tied it to a tree and left it to die.
And you actually begged your uncle. You said, "Please let me maintain this horse." You begged him, didn't you? You said, "Please let me maintain this horse. I want to maintain this horse, and I'm going to take care of it, and I'm going to make sure that this horse is going to be, do you know what I mean, on point." Basically, go on. Sorry, continue.
Yeah, 100%. So, he basically gave me I told him to give it to me because he left it to dead. So I said, "Give it to me." So he was reluctant to give it to me. He didn't know what I wanted with it, and he knew it was dangerous. I said, "Don't worry about that. Give me the horse." You understand me? He gave me the horse, and I basically rehabilitated the horse, and we became very good friends. And to the point where the horse was like a dog. It will follow me to the shop. It will follow me anywhere without any kind of head collar, lead rope. It will just follow me anywhere through the village. Yeah. And I actually ended up breaking the horse, and we actually ended up racing the horse. You understand me?
For those that don't understand what breaking the horse is, break that down when you say you ended up breaking the horse.
So a lot of people don't like to use that term. There's different terms you can use.
Right.
But all it basically means is a horse isn't something that you can just jump on and ride when it gets big enough.
Right.
You have to run it through a process of training so it will allow you and trust you enough to jump on its back and ride it. Yeah.
Right. You got to gain its trust, basically.
Yeah, man. So that process is called breaking, basically. It's nothing horrible. It's just teaching it various commands and again, gaining its trust through a number of techniques and so on. Yeah. Yeah. So that's breaking.
Right. So before we got cut off, we was actually talking about the before we had the technical issues. We was actually talking about the stables in Qatar that you dealt with His Royal Highness Sheikh Al Thani, the former Emir of Qatar. Tell us about that.
Yeah. Okay. So the Sheikh basically has stables here in the UK. as well as in Qatar. Yeah.
Right.
So I worked at his stables here in the UK. You understand me? Yeah. He had the biggest Arabian stud farm in the whole of the UK. Yeah. And the opportunity came because we all as students had to go out on work experience.
Yeah.
And the majority of the local students, they all chose local stables around here, around Leicester. I was more ambitious than that. You know, I didn't really know nothing about horses over here anyway, no connections. And I was fascinated by the Arabian breed. So if you don't know, there's over 360 different types of horses and ponies in the world. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, man. So the Arabian is one of them. So I was absolutely fascinated by the Arabian breed because of how it connected to my religion. You understand me? When you really break down the Arabian breed, it's a very, very incredible breed of horse, to the point that every single other breed of horse is in some way, shape, or form influenced by the Arabian breed. Okay. A lot of people don't even know that. Yeah. So I was fascinated by this breed of horse. So there was an article in the horse magazine that I came across where they was looking for a groom, which is a person that works with horses. Yeah. At this Arabian stud farm. So I knew that I was studying. I only wanted to go and work experience, but I thought, why don't I just contact them, let them know who I am, what I'm about, and how I'd love to come on do my work experience at their stables with a view to possibly working there afterwards. So I done that. I wrote them a letter, and lo and behold, they got back in touch and they was interested. Yeah, so I ended up going there, West Sussex, and I'd done 9 weeks. I was there on work experience. And again, because of my natural ability to work with the horses, they were saying things like, "Oh, don't touch this horse or don't touch that horse because it's dangerous and it's this and it's that." And I was like, "What you talking about? Listen, me come from the Caribbean, you know, me deal with all kind of dangers. They don't know about me, you understand?" So when they seen how I dealt with their horses, they were amazed. So what they done, they told the sheikh about me, and they basically gave instruction to have me sign a contract while I was still at college, so that when I finish college, I come to their stables to work. Brilliant. So as soon as I graduated from college, I had to go there straight away. I didn't even come back to Leicester. I was just whisked away to West Sussex to go and work.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Absolutely. Absolutely amazing. Did you get to meet the Sheikh himself?
No, I got to meet his defense minister.
Okay.
So he used to send over his representatives.
Yeah.
So I met the defense minister for Qatar and his 2 sons. And that's a good thing you asked me that, because what happened was, now again, I'm quite bold. Yeah. So all
I know.
What happened? All the other staff now. So you have to understand, all of the staff, they're all white. You understand me? All white people. Nothing against white people. I'm just saying, this is the reality. They're all white. And then there's me.
There wasn't any Asians in the staff. There wasn't any Filipinos.
None.
All the staff were Caucasian. Okay.
All Caucasian. You understand?
Right.
Yeah. And then there was me. You understand me? Yeah. So, and I'm Muslim. Yeah. So they was very like, the defense minister's coming. We have to make sure the whole place is spotless. Like petrified. You know what I mean?
You was like,
yeah, you understand me? I was like, sure, listen, we can't wait to meet him. You know, I was like, yeah, man, we can't wait for me. He's Muslim, he's Muslim. We can't wait to meet him. You understand?
Yeah.
So when he met me now, or when I met him, everyone else is like keeping out the way and whatnot and being all nice. And I just rolled up to him like, yo, Assalamu alaikum, what I want? Shake him hand, and you understand me? Yeah, man. And he loved me to bits. You understand? So he's like, he introduced me to his 2 sons. He had 2 teenage sons. And he said to me, "Oh, can you look after my sons? I want you to show my sons around England." Yeah, around Surrey. That's why I lived in Surrey. So I was like, yeah, man, no problem, cool. So I took his sons and I was riding around Crawley, Felbridge with his sons and yeah, we developed a very good friendship. Very good friendship.
Brilliant.
And on top of that, I did meet the Sheikh's brother.
Okay, yeah? Fantastic. Yeah.
Because there's I think if I'm correct, there's 5 brothers.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
All Sheikhs. And the brother, he came to the stud farm once, and I did meet him. So I did get to meet him. Yeah.
Amazing. Are you still in contact now and again?
I ain't, no. But I intend to be. As a result of Urban Equestrian and how we're growing, I intend to roll to Qatar and run up on them on there. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Tell us about, I know that you're a man of many talents. You act, you write, you teach. Tell us about the book that you've written, from horses to the hood.
From the hood to horses, bro.
From the hood to horses, sorry. Apologies.
Well, the book is literally, it's just my life story. It's an autobiography that I literally wrote in 6 weeks.
Amazing.
Yeah, I wrote that in 6 weeks. There was a period of my life where I fell out of love with horses. You understand me? Because of all the institutionalized racism and stuff. I fell out of love with horses. So I went back to what I knew best, which was just hustling. You understand me? Yeah.
Right. When you say hustling, be more specific. What was you doing exactly?
I was doing whatever it takes to put food on the table. You understand me? So, gang banging, drug dealing, whatever it is, I was doing it. You understand me? And that was over here in England. So the skills that I learned back in the Caribbean,
you brought them back here.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Yeah.
Now when you reflect and you look and you turn your back on that, you obviously know that that's not the correct way.
100%. Yeah. 100%. That's why I set up Urban Equestrian. 100%.
Yeah, because at the same time you're destroying yourself and other people in the process.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, and I'm very, I regret that massively. There's not a day where I don't think back to some of the stuff that I've done and I don't regret it. I really do. And that's also one of the reasons why I've pushed myself so much from a community perspective to try and counteract some of the rubbish that I was engaged in the past, 100%.
Got a message from one of the listeners. I want to know, where is Urban Equestrian based?
We're based in Leicester, with the intention to base ourselves right across the country, in Birmingham, Nottingham, London, Luton, everywhere.
Fantastic.
But we're based in Leicester for right now.
How long has it been going for now?
Urban Equestrian has been going for 4 years. In terms of us being independent, having our own stables and horses, just under 2 years.
Amazing. I read somewhere that you actually you acquired your professional license at the age of 17.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So and when you acquired your license, what was your feeling like? Because you've got a professional horse trainer's license. Was you like, right, I'm gonna become a trainer jockeys, or was it your intention to actually start the stables, or was it just through your determination it just came about?
The reason how I got it was basically we had a hurricane in Antigua, that mashed up the island, yeah. And as a result of that, a lot of the staff left the stables, and we had to fend for ourselves as a family to deal with the horses. So I took it. The trainer who used to train our horses, my uncle's horses, he just disappeared. Obviously, he had his own family to think about and stuff like that. He just disappeared. So I took it as an opportunity for me to step into his shoes. You understand me? I loved it, yeah? And as a result, I was made the head trainer. At that point, I was probably 16, yeah?
Wow.
Yeah, I was probably 16. I was made the head trainer. And as a result of that, when horse racing resumed, I had to get my license. You understand me? To be officially the trainer at Casada Gardens, basically. So my uncle ran the paperwork, And yeah, I was able to get my license. In terms of how it felt, to tell you, it didn't really feel no different. I was glad to have the document, like, you know, the document and thing. But it didn't feel no different, because everything I was doing then, I was doing before then anyway. It was just more in an official capacity, so to speak. And
you must have been proud of yourself though, to actually achieve that and get that document. That must have been like, right, I've got this paper.
Yeah,
I know I can do this, but I've achieved to get this paper, and that's another foot going forward.
Yeah, but I think I felt more proud of it. I think the realization sinked in when I brought that back to England.
Right.
You understand me?
Mm-hmm.
You know, because I could literally say that I was a professional racehorse trainer. You understand me?
Yeah, amazing.
And at that point, my intention was only to come back to England to go to equine college to study horses, because I had all the experience, but I didn't have no qualifications. You understand? So my intention was to come back to England, whereas I had the opportunity to also go to the Middle East. I could have went to Canada. I could have went to the USA. But I came back to England to get experience, to get my paperwork, to go back to the Caribbean to dominate the race world even more. But again, my whole viewpoint changed when I came over here and I seen that I wasn't accepted for who I was. Wow. You know, being raised the way I was raised, where my dad was a very militant guy, and not only that, he was a pioneer for many things in Leicester also. Like, he was like Black Panther Party UK, that kind of dude. You understand me? So that was my upbringing. So when I seen how the horse world was, Black and Asian minority ethnic people, for example, was less than 1% here in the UK of the horse world. I said, nah, man, that can't go on. That can't happen. You understand me? And if I'm gonna survive in the horse world over here, then I want other people like myself to be able to do the same thing and feel comfortable doing it, not having to sell out, but feel comfortable doing it. Bring our culture to the horse world, because England makes you feel that anything to do with horses is all British based.
Yeah, I mean,
it's not that.
Yeah, I mean,
you have to look at horses from a global perspective. Horses horses play a part in everyone's culture. You know, whether you're Asian, Chinese, African, Caribbean, Arab,
Africans, whatever.
Your home country, and we engage with horses in our home countries. It's only when we come here to England we forget that that's what we do.
But do you know what it is? This is what it stems from. I think the way that the horsing has been introduced into the society, it's been introduced into the society like it's high society, and only for people who come from very rich backgrounds and who are affluent, just like tennis in a sense, The Williams sisters came and they conquered tennis,
That's right.
And there was a lot of people that didn't really like it because it was like, oh, you know, let somebody else have a chance. Yeah, but they're very good at it. So I think it's the same with horse riding. I think it's only going to be a matter of time till you get a young jockey, you know, that's going to come in, you know, and that's going to dominate the horse racing, and they're going to be Black or they're going to be Asian and stuff like that. And obviously, a lot. I mean, I didn't know this before, but I was told by by Juice, by brother Journal, that you found the first hijabi horse rider, whose name is Khadija Mellah. And I mean, I've read her story.
No, let me correct that. No.
Correct that then.
I can't take credit for that.
Okay.
At all. Khadija Mellah is a good friend of mine. You understand?
Yeah.
Good friend of mine. And she done that herself.
Okay. Right. Okay. Hello? Frozen. Brothers and sisters, we're having some technical problems, and we'll very soon. Brothers and sisters, we're having some technical problems here on Radio Ramadan with me, Kamara, Muslim poet. We'll be back in a second. Hello? Tariq, are you there? You're on Radio Ramadan 87.9 on your FM dial, Mila Kamara Muslim. But when you have Tariq in the studio talking about horse racing, and we're talking about the Equestrian Academy. Brother Tariq, you there? Brothers and sisters, excuse us, we're having some technical difficulties here, but we'll be back in a second.
Yo, sorry, brother, man. I don't know what's going on with my phone.
Oh, is it your? Is it your? And next time we're gonna have to do it in the studio. We're gonna have to do it in a enclosed space where it's. Is it your phone, right?
Yeah, I've only just got it fixed. I don't know why it's going on like that. We'll take it back to the shop and ask for compensation.
Window so we don't get the sunlight. Oh, okay, so you're not responsible for finding Khadija Mala, the first hijabi horse racer.
Okay, yeah, jockey, yeah, so, that's right. Jockey. Yeah, and
first hijabi jockey. So tell us about that.
Yeah, I'm not responsible for Khadija Mala at all. Ebony Horse Club is where Khadija Mala done her thing, which is very similar to Urban Equestrian in that it's an inner city equestrian center in the heart of Brixton. Right. Yeah. So Khadija Mala basically is from Peckham. Yeah. She's always loved horses as a kid.
Right.
She's seen a flyer about a horse center in Brixton when she was a little kid, and she started to go there as a result of the flyer that she came across. Yeah.
Right.
They put her forward for a charity race as a result of some links that they had. You understand me?
Right.
And she done her training throughout Ramadan also. Trained,
MashaAllah.
Had to go through all kind of obstacles and stuff. They gave her an absolutely rubbish horse, and she ended up basically winning, kicking ass on that horse. Yeah. And
careful the language, bro. The language.
I'm sorry, that ain't too bad. Come on, man.
Not me. It's not me. It's Ofcom. It's not me. I apologize to
the
viewers.
Okay.
It's actually Ofcom. Not me. It's Ofcom. It's not myself. Okay.
Okay. Apologies, Ofcom, man. All right. Yeah. So she basically ended up winning this race, and as a result of winning the race, she made history. You understand me? So I knew Khadija Mala 2 years before she done the race. Yeah, because I visited Ebony Horse Club.
Right.
And I met her during the visit, and she got to know about what I was doing in my life story, so to speak. And I literally just met her. She was just a young kid. You know what I mean?
Brilliant.
Who was doing what she was doing. So we're good friends now. Done incredible things. She's a fantastic lady. But I tell you what I am. I'm responsible for a young man called Kanan Francis.
Kanan Francis, okay.
Kanan Francis is a young man who came to Urban Equestrian in 2018, the back end of 2018. Yeah. No, back end of 2019, December 2019. And within a year, he was a 19-year-old kid. Yeah. Never ever rode a horse in his life. 19 years old, but he just loved animals. So he messaged me on Facebook asking if he could come and help out at the stables. Obviously, I said, yeah. He lives a couple streets away from me. He came. He's a motorbike kid. So he was like one of those tearaway kids on motorbikes and stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he could ride this motorbike really well. So I thought to myself, I'm sure this kid would be fantastic on a horse. If he can balance on two wheels like that, let's slap him on the horse and see how he gets on.
Yeah.
He done that. And within a year, this young man has gone from never ever having ridden a horse in his life to graduating from the British Racing School, which is where all jockeys go to get their qualification to prove that they can be jockeys. He graduated from there in the number one position to now being employed by Joseph Parr Racing. Yeah.
Wow.
So he's left Leicester now. He lives in Newmarket, which is the home of horse racing. And he's literally working on his professional license. So hopefully this time next year, you'll probably see him winning the Grand National, just like the young lady did the other day as the first black youth to, yeah. So Kanan Francis, check him out.
Who won the Grand National the other day?
A woman, first time in history, a woman. Yeah.
Oh yeah. That's right. I thought you said young black woman. I was going to say, what did I miss that?
No, not yet.
Tariq, we got 2 minutes left. So what's the next step for the
Urban Equestrian?
Urban Equestrian. What's the next step, brother? Because I'm so excited. I've never been around horses in my life. I think I've ridden a horse maybe once or twice when I was a kid. I've been away from them. I'd really like to get back to get in contact with them because they're amazing creatures. It's like a therapy almost. I think when I see them, when I look at them, I think, wow, they look beautiful. They're so gallant. The way that they walk and when you touch them and everything. So
and they're very intelligent as well.
Yeah, I'm actually thinking about taking the trip to Leicester and come down and see it in its flesh. You know what I mean? For what it really is. Are you going to write another book? Because I think there's another book in you definitely for all the work 100%. For all the work that you're doing and all the stuff that you're putting out there. To be honest with you.
Yeah, 100%. The intention has always been to get as far as I have now before I write part 2 of the book, because part 2 is just as juicy as part 1. You understand? Yeah. And there's also a part 3, which is nothing to do with horses, but it's the prequel. So it goes back before I was born, and it literally tells my dad's story, which is also very unique. You understand me?
Right.
So put all 3 together, and it's a movie, inshallah. Yeah.
All right. It sounds like it's going to be good, and I would love to be part of it. Definitely, because it just sounds amazing from the beginning to end, and now it's really taking life, and it's just blossoming in such a massive way. But it's been a pleasure having you on Radio Ramadan today, Tariq. Zampaladus. I know that your first name is Freedom. I think it's an amazing name.
Yeah, that shows you again what kind of character my dad was, because that's not a name I gave to myself. That is my name. You understand me? Yeah. Tariq I gave myself. Freedom I was born with. You understand me? Yeah. So it's that's what it is. You know what I mean? But again, just lastly to say, our long-term vision is to we currently rent stables, but we're on the verge of getting land from our city mayor. In the city to set up our equestrian center in the city. So we're literally looking to bring the horses to the city and still have somewhere out in the country. So inshallah, that's what we have intended for Leicester. And then once we deal with Leicester, we come into London to deal with London, Birmingham, Nottingham, and everywhere.
Amazing.
Inshallah.
Tariq Zampaladus, it's been amazing having you on Radio Ramadan 87.9 on your FM dial with me, Ali Kamara, the Muslim poet. Thank you for coming on. It's been an absolute pleasure. And inshallah, we would love to have you back on for part 2, because I know there's going to be so much going on. May Allah bless you. May Allah bless the stables and all the work that you're doing. And have a blessed Ramadan, brother Tariq.
Hold on, bro. Look.
Yeah. Oh, mashallah. Wow, amazing. Oh, fantastic. Wow. Oh, brilliant, brilliant, amazing. Absolutely amazing. Hi, guys. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Absolutely amazing. Brother Tariq, gotta go. Salam alaikum. I want to apologize to the viewers for any language, apologies for any language that was used. And inshallah, it's goodbye from Kamara. Brother Tariq, assalamu alaikum.